and he gave me a fork. He gave me 2 forks for beans.
And basically that's what he does.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Hello again, guys. Welcome to Rev-it UK. I'm now here down in the first showroom, so this is the main showroom with all the cars. I'm just going to move the camera about so you can have a quick look around. See, behind me is the BMW M5. Right behind me is a Vauxhall Astra GTC, the new shape. I can see a Ford Focus behind me. But let's get on to the video. Today, I'm going to tell you what my 3 favourite cars on sale are. I already know what 2 of them are, so I'm undecided on the 3rd. I am going to go through them with you, tell you a bit more about the vehicles, why I like them. Rather than do a normal review or just pick a car based on what they look like, I'm going to pick cars that I've actually driven. So ones that I've tested here, taken out, and seen for myself what the cars are like and given them a good old drive, taking them out for 20 minutes, so I can give you an honest opinion as to why I like the cars and why I think they're good sellers. Right, my first car on the list is the Volkswagen Golf Mark 6R. I did take this car out recently and did a little review on it. If you search YouTube, we'll have a little walk around the car in a sec, just so you can have a good look at it. It's a 2-litre TSI engine. The car's running 330 horsepower. It has been tuned stage 1, not by myself, but it's been tuned by another company before it came here. What else? It pulls pretty well. It's not a bad car. I've taken it out, I've driven it a couple of times now. I really do like this car. If I like it so much, I could happily own it. I'm now going to give you a quick walk around the vehicle so you guys can have a look for yourself. And this is the VW Golf Mark 6R that I've just been talking to you about. This is one of my 3 favourite cars here at Revitup UK. Apologies for the jerky camera, I'm holding it with one hand. Right, we're going to walk up to it and have a bit of a better look at this car. It is on upgraded Audi TTS brakes. So the actual calipers say Lamborghini, but they aren't. They're just Audi TTS brakes, but obviously it's just been done for aesthetics. On the front, we've got this really nice splitter, and this really sells the car to me. Anything with carbon fibre on the exterior is a win-win-win for me. It's a carbon fibre front splitter, and it really does set it off and make it look good. Front badge is now black. The headlights are now black, or they've been tinted. Just show you the front splitter on this side. There are no marks or scuffs or anything on it. It's pretty clean. The car is dressed in Pirelli tyres, so it's got Pirellis all round, which I like because it shows you that the car's been maintained or looked after. Just have a look around this side. I can't zoom out on this camera, or I haven't learned how to yet, so I'll step back from the vehicle and let you see it from the rear. As you can see, there's the back of the car. This car is up for sale if you check the website or our Facebook pages. I'll just come a little closer and step between the vehicles. See if I can get a better shot from back here. And now you can see the rear of the car. But like I said, this is one of my favourite cars here at the workshop. I absolutely love this thing. I really, really do. It's a great car to drive. As I said, I've driven it twice and I love it to bits. And to be honest, I'm surprised it hasn't sold quickly. I'm surprised it hasn't sold already. But we've had a fair few inquiries. But this vehicle here, you can see it, it's sat here, it's mint. It's been cleaned and prepped, and then the interior's been cleaned, and then the exterior's been valeted by our guy Jamie, who comes in, so the car's ready to go, which is the reason I'm not driving it again. But it's clean, it's mint, and it's a really, really, really good car. I really like this car. We are cramped for space in the workshop. Right, we are cramped for space in the workshop at the minute, in the showroom, I should say. We're a little bit tight on space. As you can see behind me, there are cars everywhere. The place is packed. So this is the second showroom. We were just in the first showroom. I want to draw your attention to this vehicle here. Now, I drove this Honda Civic Type R yesterday. It's a 2-litre petrol turbo vehicle. They quote it at 310 PS, but it's 306 horsepower, 400 Newton meters. When I drove it, it felt considerably quicker than 300 horsepower, and the 400 Newton meters, it pulls really, really well. But this is the second car on my list as one of my favourite cars here for sale. I drove this car yesterday. Once I'd finished driving it, I got back and had to drive it again. You know, I had to give it a good run, but that is from factory. I'll say it again, the best front-wheel drive car you can get. Aesthetics aren't for me. You know, we've all got our own decisions. We all know what we like. Personally, I'm not a great fan of the looks, but if I had to drive a front-wheel drive car every day for the rest of my life, and I wasn't allowed to remap it, that would be the car I'd own. I'm going to change the camera around and give you a little walk around. I'm not too sure how close we can get to the vehicle because there are quite a few cars around it, but we'll try and have a quick look. Right then, I'm not going to be able to get a good picture of this car. As you can see, the showroom is packed. It's going to be very difficult for me to get this vehicle in view as we've got so many cars in stock at the minute. But here's the front of the vehicle. As you can see, the Revitupuk UK sign behind it. The car's a 65 plate. It's only got 3,000 miles on the clock, and it's the GT spec from what I've read. So it hasn't been tuned. It doesn't have any, you know, external tuning or anything on it. It's a standard car with staggering power. I really like this car. I'm seriously impressed with how it pulled me down the road yesterday. It's on Continental tyres all round. I do remember that much. And the Golf R's on Pirellis, so they are on premium tyres. You know, the people who own these cars do take care of them and do care. We'll try and get a bit of a closer look, but I doubt we're going to get a wide shot. So here we've got both windows. If I move back over this side, you can see the bucket seats. Down here we've got the wheels down on the floor, and right at the back we've got that huge spoiler, which some are a fan of and some say is disgusting. I mean, I'll leave that to you. You can put whatever you like in the comments and tell us what you think of the vehicle. Just down at the back, we've got our little arches for the exhaust. Apologies if you can't see it. You know, it's not the best camera angle with this camera. We'll just have a quick look around the back. See what I can get in. Right, there we go. So there's a spoiler again. There we go down. There's your Honda badge, your registration plate, your Type R badge, exhaust at the bottom. And we're going to go and find my third favourite car. At Revitupuk UK, we are all into our performance cars and our fast cars and our hot hatches and that. Anyone can drive fast in a straight line, as we all know. Anybody can put their foot down in a straight line. But what happens when they get to a corner? You know, the way we are here, we're not always about putting our foot down and doing top speed in cars. We tend to go out on A roads, B roads, you know, and enjoy the twisties at the speed limit. Sometimes slightly above, sometimes slightly under. But, you know, we like to enjoy our vehicles as opposed to just thrashing them in a straight line. So the last car of my choice isn't in the background at the minute. As you can see, there's a BMW Mini and a Vauxhall something. I don't know what that is. Oh, so a Vauxhall Estate Vectra. Anyway, yeah. So the car that I'm going to show you, which is going to be the third car, isn't a car with a lot of power, but it's a car that I recently used at the Nürburgring. So that's another place where we go. Mark and myself will be travelling to the Nürburgring in September. I may be going again next month as well. Obviously, I've started to get addicted to the place, so I'll be there again. But the car I'm going to show you is, if I can get it in shot, is a Renault Twingo, 1.6, 133 horsepower. Now, it's a small engine vehicle, so some of you may laugh and think it's, you know, see it as a low powered car, but I'll just get it better in shot for you. Let's see if I can move this camera around. This vehicle is the same as what I hired when I was last at the Nürburgring. So 1.6, 16 valve, 133 horsepower car. Took the car around the Nürburgring twice. I did 2 laps of it and then took my own car on the track. So as I said, it's not all about straight line power. We do drive all types of vehicles here, and I'd say that's the third car on the list. We have got quite a few cars in stock, but I'd say that's the third favourite car of mine. Right, I'm going to attempt to do a walk around of this vehicle, but the camera angle isn't the best, so I'll just have to go around it. As you can see from this side, we've got the alloy wheels. They look like 16s, but they're not, they're 17s. So 205/40 17s all round. It's the Twingo RS. It says something on here, so there's obviously a club that this member is part of, twingo133.net. It's got a private plate on the vehicle. I'm guessing that's staying on the car when it's sold. The front Renault badge is in yellow. I'm not sure if that's standard, but it may be because there's markings on the steering wheel. If you have a look in here, you can see the 2 seats. They're not full bucket seats, but they're leather seats with the bolsters on them. Rear windows are tinted. Let's have a look. We've got a rear spoiler on there, 2 speedy stickers on the top, or whatever they're called. Where are we? And right down to the back, we've got a stainless exhaust. I'm not sure if that's stock. but it looks pretty small, so it probably is. Right then, starting with my 3 favourite cars. The first one was a VW Golf Mark 6R, which is 330 horsepower. That's been tuned, running pretty good power. The torque is really good. It's a manual gearbox. I love how it drives. The second car on the list was, good question. Am I stupid? Wow. How can I forget what car it was? What car was it? Oh yeah, Honda Civic. That's there in the background. I can see it. Look, just over there. If my finger works. Honda Civic. 2-litre petrol turbo, brand new car, 65 plate, 3,000 miles on the clock. That is my second favourite car that I've driven and that I really like. And my third favourite car was the Renault Twingo RS, which is 133 horsepower, which seems like low power, but when you're on a track, so when you're on the Nürburgring and you're driving a vehicle of this spec, keeping your foot to the floor and learning the corners is more important than thrashing your car in a straight line, slamming on the brakes and causing a pile-up behind you. So I'd say the Renault Twingo, which is over there, you can't see it at the minute, just over there in the background, is a definite winner. Those are my three favourite cars that are in at Rev-it at the minute. Feel free to comment and let us know what you think. Obviously, there are a lot of cars on sale at the minute. I can't decide which of the first two cars are my favourite, but obviously like and comment below, and we'll look forward to your reply.
Oh, this you crazy mother.